And so, as I began to dig deeper and I looked into it, the word surroundings means all around a particular place or thing. And we often associate our surroundings, but do we rarely ever pay attention to things around us? See, in Matthew 26:41 it said, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak."
Yes.
We must watch what we are and who we are with. Just as our spirit is willing to serve and do the things and the works of the Lord, our flesh desires the things of this world. We must crucify our flesh daily. For 1 John in chapter 2, verse 15 through 17 says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all things that are in the world is the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life.
Yes.
Not of the Father, but of this world. And the world will pass away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abide forever." The world is constantly pumping out images that it's okay for the right to be wrong and the wrong to be right. The world says that it's okay for you to be like that and for you to do whatever you want. The world says that it's okay for an individual to say that they were born that way or that's just how they are. But see, Proverbs 14:12 says that there is a way that seems right unto a man, but in the end thereof are the ways of death. And Leviticus 20 in verse 13 says, "If a man also lie with mankind as if he is with a woman, both of them has committed an abomination and shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." We cannot accept the things of this world that the world tries to offer us. See, we must be separate from this untoward generation. And as I began to meditate even harder and dig a little deeper, it led me to the book of Genesis that read on to chapter 19, which tells the story of Lot and his wife. See, Lot, in the story of Lot, two angels came into Sodom, and Lot sat at the gate. And to go on into verse 12, the man had said unto Lot, "Haste thou here, any besides thy son-in-law, thy sons, and thy daughters, whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place." In verse 13 reads, "For we will destroy this place, because the cries of them is waxing great before the Lord's face, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it." And when the morning arose, the angels hastened Lot, saying, "Take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, and hasten thou, unless thou be consumed by iniquities of this city." When they entered, and then when Lot entered into Zoar, the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire. But Lot's wife looked back behind, and before him she became a pillar of salt. And as I began to read and understand the story of Lot and his wife, the revelation became ever so clearly to me. And what I received from that story is when God removes us from a place, a location, or even a surrounding, it is for our good. Because just like Lot, we have found grace in the Lord's sight. And he has seen something in that location or down that path that he wants to protect us from. See, once we have been moved, we must no longer look back. For Philippians 3:13 reads, "But this is one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forward to those things which are before." See, we must be aware of our surroundings at all times, just like Jesus in Luke 8:45 when he asked, "Who touched me?" And Peter said, they with him said, "Master." The multitude pressed around, and the multitude pressed there, and said, "Thou who touched me?" And Jesus said, "Somebody had touched me, for I perceive that the virtue is going out of me." And in Matthew,